Nate McMillan was fired by Atlanta, and which is a move where Atlanta did not meet expectations. There's clearly some going on in the locker room. With John Collins wanting to be traded and not being traded, and he heard the stories he covered before with Trae Young, and he had a little spat with Nate McMillan, and I think Nate McMillan's a good coach, and hopefully he gets another opportunity elsewhere. But why couldn't this fire and wait till after the season? I don't know. I need to look where they are right now. But while I look this up, what are your thoughts on Atlanta firing Nate McMillan?
I definitely knew he was on the fence ever since the whole riff with Trae Young or whatever happened, and they haven't been doing well. And they added DeJounte Murray. They have Trae Young. They have John Collins. AJ Griffin been doing well in his first season. They have talent. And a couple of years ago, this team went to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think. Or they went very deep in the in the playoffs after starting terribly. And they responded to Nate McMillan because he became the new head coach. And for that to be such a quick turnaround is surprising. And I've heard this before about Nate McMillan. He's a older guy, an older coach who's kind of from the old NBA where, things were just done differently. And this is a very young team if you look at the average age. And maybe guys just don't respond to him as well. Maybe they're in a different place. I don't know. But either way, they have not lived up to expectation. I feel like they should be better than where they are currently. And, the coach is always the first person on the hot seat. They're not going to fire Trae Young, who they just gave a big, huge $200 million contract to. So, coach is always the oddball out. And it sucks, but honestly, sometimes the vibe changes. I think that they may just not be gelling with him and with the pieces that they have. Change is necessary. So I think Nate McMillan I think he's one of the better coaches we've seen over our generation. I just think that this team isn't responding to him. They're not really playing for him. And he, probably get an opportunity somewhere else better.
Hopefully he does.
Yeah.
I was looking at where they were in the standings. Yeah, it's disappointing where they are, but they're still being they still be in the play-in for sure. So
yeah,
my thoughts is why not wait until after the season's over? Because is there a guarantee? Maybe this interim head coach can make a difference. Well, I take it back. So we gotta announce this too. So Quinn Snyder is being looked at as the next coach for the Atlanta Hawks. It's not official yet, but that's definitely what it seems like it's going to be. So think about Quinn Snyder and his teams in the past. He's from the Greg Popovich tree. Utah have been good, but not good enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can make an argument that this Hawks team could have more potential to be better than the Utah team, just based on personnel.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make that argument. So I'm interested to see what Quinn can do with a team like this that has more versatility in their offense. You got bigs that can stretch the floor and shoot. Just not what he really had in Utah.
Yeah.
You got you never had a combo in guards like this at this position. Donovan never had another, all-star caliber guard playing with him. Murray is that. He just made All-Star last year.
Yeah.
He didn't make it this year, but he was last year.
Well, I mean, Conley made it that 1 year, but
That's true, but that was kind of as like a,
yeah, that's fair.
and we know his status now is like a veteran status.
Yeah, I
So
don't feel like you said, Donovan Mitchell and Conley versus not Jamal Murray, DeJounte Murray and
yeah,
Trey
Trae Young.
are more of like a dynamic dual All Star two-way player with DeJounte Murray compared to that. So that's true. I feel like it's different because in this case, the Hawks have a team that kind of focuses on the star player a lot more. And Utah, obviously, Donovan Mitchell was the leader, but they played this free-flowing offense that was based on ball movement, like the Spurs, like an organization that is doing dribble drive, kicking it out,
Yeah.
resetting, a lot of ball movement. And I don't feel like the Hawks do that as much. I feel like they focus more on the pick and roll, and those guys choose when to attack. So it'll be different for sure, but it's not a bad decision, I guess. We got to get something in there, some new energy. I just don't know if that would be enough for them to, go over the top.
Yeah. That's the main question right there.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I would like to hire for Quinn Snyder if he is officially brought in. So I believe he's a good guy that can change the culture.
For sure.
Because he's a culture guy. So, yeah. And he can adjust. So I like Quinn Snyder as coach. So yeah, I think it's a good hire if they do complete it. So Jacque Vaughn was extended with the Nets, and the Nets are still looking pretty good. They were at KD, Kyrie, which is surprising, and I believe coaching goes a long way with that. And Jacque Vaughn has proven that he's him. He's a coach. He's one of these coaches that can do it. So
yeah,
shout out to Jacque Vaughn for getting that extension. And it's for a couple of years. I think it's to 2020 something. But it's a good extension, and it's so worth it.
Yeah, I think Jock's doing a great job, even with losing Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in trades. Doing good with these guys, this group of guys that I feel like are hungry still and are coachable, very coachable. So.
Yeah, and he was very honest about Ben Simmons too. Did you remember that? I don't know if you saw those quotes he said about Ben Simmons. He was very honest about him. He was like, see how he plays in these different lineups. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. It was basically pointing out Ben's like weaknesses with different lineups. So Ben, they had to look at what they want to do with Ben next. So I'm not sure you can get much value for him, but I don't know. Or maybe he can reach him. I don't know.
Man, Ben better make a change soon. He's gonna be out of the league, bro.
I don't know, man.
But hey, shout out to Jacque for trying to work with him. That's all you can do. But I don't know, bro. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, well.